In this video, I will be talking about manding and mand training. Manding is the first step in teaching language. It also builds functional communication skills such as communicating needs and will help to reduce challenging behaviors. You may be asking what a mand is. A mand is simply a request and is controlled by the learner's motivation. When preparing for mand training, you will start with a preference assessment by giving the learner free access to items to see what they are motivated for. The motivating items will be the learner's reinforcement when working on manding. When beginning, you will need to sanitize the environment, in other words, clear the area so the learner no longer has free access to items. This will provide more manding opportunities. You will want to set up natural opportunities for the learner to mand and gradually fade the prompts. For example, if a learner is motivated by bubbles, the behavior technician would be blowing bubbles, engaging with the learner, and then pause. The client's first mand may be to point to the bubbles or hand them to the behavior technician. The BT could say, "Oh, more bubbles," and begin blowing bubbles. After a short time, the BT would pause again and shape the mand through prompting by saying "buh." The child would repeat "buh," and the BT would reinforce the learner by blowing bubbles. The BT would gradually shape the mand from "buh" to "bub" to "bubble" to "bubbles" throughout the training. A mand will be shaped over a period of time, not in one day. The learner should be given more time with the reinforcer as the mand becomes more independent. If an independent mand occurs outside of a teaching trial, the learner should be immediately and heavily reinforced because this is a true mand. Once the learner has learned to mand on their own, the senior therapist could instruct you to teach two-word mands such as blow bubbles. While mand training, you might come across some learners who use scrolling. For example, learners want the bubbles, but instead of saying bubbles, they would say ball, car, book, or bear. Do not reinforce responses that contain scrolling. Provide a prompt instead so you can reinforce the correct form of the mand. If a learner is nonverbal, manding can occur in other forms such as pecks, communication device, eye contact, or a gesture. Be sure to work on mand training periodically throughout the entire session and in different environments. Being consistent and providing repetition is important because it gives the learner multiple opportunities to mand and master it.